Did you know there was once a planet where the Jedi were born? A world so ancient, so deeply connected to the Force, that it shaped the entire path of galactic history. This planet was called Tython. Hidden deep in the galaxy's core worlds, Tython was not marked by cities or starports. It was wild and raw, pulsing with natural energy. It is said that the Force itself lives in the soil, in the winds, and in the very storms that swirl through its valleys. Tython wasn't always known. In the early days of galactic history, long before the Republic, massive pyramid-like ships called the Thoyor activated across the stars. These massive black monoliths appeared silently on multiple worlds. They didn't speak. They didn't explain. They simply called out through the Force. And only certain beings heard the call. Force-sensitive individuals from countless species and planets. They stepped aboard, driven by a feeling they couldn't understand. The Thoyor brought them to Tython. There, these Force adepts began to study the energy that bound them together. They became known as the Jedi Order, not Jedi yet, but seekers of knowledge and balance. The Jedi believed in harmony between two aspects of the Force: Ashla, the light side, and Bogan, the dark. These weren't just metaphors, they were also the names of Tython's twin moons. Ashla symbolized peace, serenity, and selflessness. Bogan symbolized passion, emotion, and strength. To the Jedi, both were necessary, both had value, but neither could dominate the other. They believed the Force was like breathing. Inhale, exhale. Darkness, light. Life needed both. And so, the Jedi taught their students to walk a careful line. If a student gave in to too much anger or darkness, they were sent to meditate under Bogan. If they became too detached or lost in the light, they were sent to Ashla. The world of Tython itself enforced this balance. The weather on the planet was deeply reactive. When harmony was strong, the skies were calm. But when someone's presence tilted too far toward hatred or excessive calm, the planet responded with violent storms, tremors, or even blinding winds. The Jedi built 9 great temples across Tython, each one focused on an aspect of the Force: knowledge, healing, martial discipline, science, balance, and more. Students journeyed from temple to temple across the harsh landscape, learning not just to use the Force, but to understand it, to feel its presence in the rivers, the stone, and even in silence. The greatest trial a Jedi could face was the pilgrimage across the Silent Desert, a place where the Force could not be felt at all. Only those who could maintain their identity and connection through this stillness could become masters. But balance is always difficult to maintain. Over time, some among the Jedi grew tired of restraint. They felt Bogan offered true freedom, true power. They began to fall, slowly and then quickly. War erupted on Tython. Temples burned. The balance that had held for centuries was shattered. Those who clung to Bogan were cast out, banished beyond the stars. They would become the first Sith. The remaining Jedi, shaken by what had happened, made a decision. They would abandon balance. They would reject Bogan entirely. They would form a new order, dedicated only to the light. Thus, the Jedi Order was born. Tython was left behind. Its temples faded into ruin. Its moons kept orbiting in silence, and its name was slowly lost to myth. But the Force remembers, and some Jedi, even now, in moments of quiet meditation, see visions of twin moons glowing in a distant sky. They feel wind rushing across ancient plains. They hear whispers carried by the stars. They see a world of balance waiting to be remembered, and maybe, one day, restored. So now, as you drift into sleep, let your mind wander. Let it find its way through Karki, through a higher space beyond the edge of the familiar galaxy, to a planet where the Force was young, where Ashla and Bogan watched from above, where the first seekers of truth walked among stormy valleys and silent temples. Rest now, traveler. Let the Force guide your dreams, and may it bring you peace, as it once did on Tython, long before the galaxy fell into darkness and war. May the Force be with you, always.